So we will wait for say 5 minutes to let the participants join in, and then we can proceed.
So can we start, Rima?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So, dear all, very good evening. And I am Dr. Rashmi Arora, economist at GJAPC. First of all, I would like to welcome you all, and especially our esteemed guest, Mr. Ashish. He's our IHX head, and he is going to be with us for sharing his deep insights about the GCC market. So, before handing over the session to Mr. Ashish, first of all, it is very important to understand why why the GJPC is conducting these market insight sessions. So this is the fourth market insight session that is being conducted by the council in last one and a half month. So what is the line of thought? Number one, see, in the present times, there are so many markets which we have observed are unexplored, because as we all know that like there are over 200 markets. But if we talk about the exports of gem and jewelry products to different markets, there are only three markets like the USA, UAE, and Hong Kong, where our 75% of gem and jewelry exports are happening. So there is a wide scope to extend our exports to different markets. So that's why it is very important to explore what are those markets. And number two is, suppose if we have explored the markets, like कि ये markets हैं जिनके अंदर potential है, that we are going to discuss right now in this session. Now, the second point is like which market, in which market, what is the export potential and how much? So this is very important to understand ki, okay, like we have to increase our export penetration in different markets. Now, the next question lies in which markets and what is the export potential that lies in different markets in the world. So that is the second question basically. And third question is like, what are the present market trends in those different markets? कि ठीक है कि इन markets में हमारा export potential है, but वहाँ के market dynamics क्या है, क्या trends हैं, क्या preferences है, किस तरह का generation है, कौन से products जो हैं वहाँ पे emerging हैं, किन products की demand है. So all these are the questions that definitely comes to our mind कि अगर हमको अपने मार्केट बेस को एनहांस करना है अपने 3 मार्केट्स के अलावा या फिर टॉप 5 मार्केट के अलावा, तो कौन से मार्केट्स में हम एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, कहाँ पर पोटेंशियल है, अगर पोटेंशियल है तो वहां पर किस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स हमारे क्या होते हैं, डिमांड किए जाते हैं, क्या प्रेफरेंसेस हैं, वहाँ के इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस क्या हैं, ट्रेंड्स क्या हैं, इमर्जिंग ट्रेंड्स क्या हैं. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड. दैट इज व्हाई मार्केट इनसाइट्स is very, very important and critical part of enhancing our exports to different markets. Either they may be the old markets or they may be the new markets. And the last and a very important point is like we get to know like the market insights. Okay, कि इन markets में अभी lab grown diamond studded jewelry का trend बढ़ रहा है या lab grown diamonds बढ़ रहे हैं. This is just an example. Now उन मार्केट्स में नए मार्केट्स हैं, नए मार्केट्स में देयर मे बी दी टू पॉइंट्स. वन इज लाइक डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट, लाइक अगर आपको उन मार्केट्स में अपने एक्सपोर्ट्स को इंक्रीज करना है, वन मेजर वे इज कि आप डायरेक्टली वहां पर अपने बायर्स को क्या करेंगे, एक्सप्लोर करेंगे, आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, अपने कनेक्शन बिल्ड करेंगे. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू पुट योर एफर्ट्स फ्रॉम द वेरी स्क्रैच. So that may be a very tough task, that may be a tough nut to crack for you because that's a new market and you do not know the buyer's base or the buyer's contact details. So that may be a kind of challenge before any of the exporter or the manufacturer to explore or to exploit the export opportunities in the new markets basically. And second is the platform. Now what do you mean by the platform? As everybody knows, like so many trade shows and the BSMs are happening. So these are the platforms basically. So here today we are here to discuss the market, that is the GCC market. कि GCC market में कितना एक्सपोर्ट पोटेंशियल है, वहां पर किस तरह के मार्केट ट्रेंड्स हैं. एंड थर्ड एंड द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इज, अगर वहां पे मार्केट ट्रेंड्स हैं और आप उस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहे हो और वहां पे एक्सपोर्ट्स करना चाहते हो, तो डेफिनेटली इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू एस्टैब्लिश द कनेक्ट विद द इंपोर्टर्स और द बायर्स. सो क्वेश्चन अराइजेस कि आप नए मार्केट्स में, जीसीसी मार्केट्स में एक्सेप्ट यूएई, कैसे वहां पे डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट बनाएंगे. अगर आप इंडिविजुअल बेसिस पर जाएंगे, आई हैव ऑलरेडी मेंशन कि इट मे बी अ वेरी टफ टास्क फॉर यू टू build upon your connections, new connections in the new market. So here today we are here to discuss certain platforms, and that's why our head IJX, Mr. Ashish, is here to discuss about various platforms, what are the shows that are happening in GCC region, how you can connect with all those buyers. So this is what we are going to cover in today's session. Now, in every of these sessions, first of all, we absolutely share certain numbers to give you a insights about the potential, basically. And the topmost potential is Indian gem and jewelry sector export potential. Like kitna export potential abhi as a whole gem and jewelry sector ka untapped hai, and you will really be surprised. We still have like $70 billion is the broadly the total export potential of Indian gem and jewelry sector, जिसमें से हमने $35 बिलियन के हमारे on an average exports रहते हैं. So $35 बिलियन का export potential अभी हम क्या कर सकते हैं, realize कर सकते हैं. So this is the huge export potential that you can also be the part of taking the advantage of such export potential. And these are certain numbers related to the different product wise आपका कितना potential है. See, all these numbers are authentic, and this is absolutely as per the latest UN report. So we are going to share such kind of documents or the presentations for your future reference. You can read all these numbers and try to take certain strategic decisions at your organization level. So now I am directly coming to this GCC region. So GCC region, this is a India significant export destination for gem and jewelry products. See, till now, what we are talking about is only the UAE. No doubt UAE is the part of GCC, but when we talk about the Middle East or the WANA or the GCC, only one country, that is the UAE or the Dubai, that comes into our mind. So that is absolutely natural also, because we are having a long standing relationship with this market, that is the UAE. And now, if we just have a quick snapshot, like where we stand today in terms of our trade relations. So today we are not going to talk only about the UAE. We are talking about the different other markets also, so that you can have a gist about how much export potential still exists in the different GCC markets. Now, if we see, this is the export to GCC region. So India का total export GCC region को $8.5 billion है, और हम उनसे $20 billion का import करते हैं. So right now $30 billion अगर आप देखेंगे तो वो GCC market के साथ हमारा चल रहा है. And no doubt, if you see this right hand side table, like the right hand side table, यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया, GCC के जितने भी countries हैं, like the 6 major countries, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait and Oman. So these are the different countries of GCC region. No doubt 8 billion exports जो हम GCC region को कर रहे हैं, उसमें से UAE में $8 billion जा रहा है. Now, अब आपके माइंड में नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आएगा, जब ऑलरेडी यूएई में सब जा रहा है, तो व्हाई वी आर हियर टू डिस्कस अबाउट द अदर कंट्रीज ऑफ जीसीसी रीजन. बिकॉज इफ आई शो यू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड, this slide, this pertains to only the gold jewelry, क्योंकि everybody knows like GCC में usually हमारा gold jewelry क्या होता है, export, like we are exporting majorly the gold jewelry to these countries. So now if we see this apart from UAE, I cannot see these numbers. Yes. So now if you carefully see all these numbers, this is only for the gold jewelry. See, UAE $15 billion का imports कर रहा है gold jewelry का. And from India, it is taking imports of $5 billion. No doubt, our share is 36%. Now, if we talk about the Turkey, Italy, and Switzerland, these are also the other supplying markets to UAE country. Now, if we talk about the Qatar and the Saudi and the Bahrain and the Kuwait and the Oman, so if you see in Qatar also $1.8 billion, यानी कि $2 billion का ज्वेलरी तो सेकंड कंट्री में भी जा रहा है, लेकिन इंडिया से वो कितना ले रहा है, हार्डली not even $200 million. So I'm just going by the numbers only, but it would be definitely explained by Mr. Ashish, like what kind of potential in terms of the preferences are over there in these markets. So these are the hard numbers. And next is the Saudi, like $800 million, or you can say $1 billion of gold jewelry is imported by this country, and from India it is not even $100 million. So these are certain numbers which will give you a kind of gist like how much all these countries are importing gold jewelry from the world. पूरे world से वो कितना ले रही हैं? Around $18 billion, अगर आप ये लास्ट का टोटल देखेंगे, और इंडिया से कितना जा रहा है? $6 बिलियन का जा रहा है. सो इट मीन्स मोर और लेस $12 बिलियन का एक्सपोर्ट पोटेंशियल जीसीसी मार्केट में एग्जिस्ट करता है इंडिया के लिए. Now, what is going next is what is going to be a very great opportunity for India, just like UAE. For GCC also, we are negotiating for signing the FTA, India GCC FTA. Already GJPC has submitted its recommendation, and one of the major recommendation is like remove the import tariff of 5% in different GCC countries, either because हर जगह पे 5% import duty वहां पर exist करती है, और GJPC का recommendation क्या है? Just like in UAE, this duty 5% import tariff should be removed. So once this happens, like if you see this graph, now I'm just taking you this first only curve. See, after this India UAE CIPA, if you see in 21-22, that is the pre-CIPA, our exports of gold jewelry to UAE was $9 billion. Now we stand at $11 billion. And as per the growth trends in the current year also, we are going to touch around $13 to $14 billion in the UAE market, only UAE market. So the bottom line is कि जब इंडिया और यूएई के सीपा होने से हमारा $2 बिलियन का एक्सपोर्ट जो है इस मार्केट में बढ़ सकता है. सो अगर पूरे रीजन के साथ, जीसीसी के साथ अगर हमारा पैक्ट हो जाता है और हमको ये ड्यूटी एडवांटेज मिलता है, सो हमारा पूरा मार्केट जीसीसी का गोल्ड ज्वेलरी के लिए, सिल्वर ज्वेलरी के लिए, प्लैटिनम ज्वेलरी के लिए, इमिटेशन ज्वेलरी के लिए फ्री हो जाएगा. And even for the diamonds, in fact, the diamonds and colored gemstones. So that's why this is going to be a duty-free markets for Indian exporters. So at this backdrop, when we have understood like there is a potential in GCC market, untapped export potential is there. There is the existing complementarity between India, GCC FTA is going to be in place, and there are changing market dynamics and the new products emergence. So at this entire backdrop, it is really very important and critical to understand the market insights of GCC market, so that our Indian manufacturers as well as exporters should be well prepared in advance. कि आपने जैसे ही FTA साइन होता है, सो GCC का आप कैसे, GCC इंडिया FTA का आप कैसे क्या ले सकते हैं, एडवांटेज ले सकते हैं. और अगर वो FTA अभी साइन नहीं भी हो रहा, because it may take some time also, before that you should start exploring these markets as a precursor. So at this backdrop, I like formally invite our esteemed or key speaker, Mr. Ashish. He is the head IHX Indian Jewelry Exposition Dubai at GJPC. He has a rich experience of 2 decades in the Middle East, leading brand management, marketing, and internal communications for leading brands in MENA region across diverse industries. See, he's having a very critical analytical skills of market trends and customer needs to develop highly effective and targeted market campaigns. So we welcome you, Mr. Ashish. And
Thank
now
you very
over to you. I think like the session with you is going to be very helpful to our participants, and it is going to be very insightful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Rashmi ji. Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So very beautifully articulated, Rashmi ji, in terms of numbers, which are always important, because for any market to understand, I think data is very important, and to analyze that data and to transform it into getting business is also very important. So I think you have beautifully articulated the numbers, which are the real facts today, and we have seen substantial growth in different markets. To continue with your line of thought, as you mentioned, we are looking at 200 markets across globally. Very interestingly, what is happening in GCC is, as we know, there are 200 plus nationalities that the exporters can cater to. So my presentation is going to be based on a very soft approach towards how we can plan ourselves when we are entering a new market. We already have very good insights into what is a possibility of GCC FTA happening. And I think based on that, we should be prepared to get into this markets, plan ourselves with the right merchandise, with the right product mix, and with the right kind of inventory. So just to give you a quick snapshot of what we do at IJEX. IJEX is India Jewelry Exposition Center, which was set up once the SEPA came into force. It was conceptualized, and it's been 18 months. We had incubated around 27 exporters. Why I call this incubation is here we want to say that it's just not the numbers we want to show, but we want to support you at every stage to achieve these numbers. So that is one of the reasons what we want to do is show you all what are the possibilities in terms of being at IJEX, and also what are the shows which are very important today, which are very critical shows that you need to be there to address certain things that are going to be coming in. So I have a quick presentation. If my team could help me just start off with the presentation, I just want to take you all through a very soft approach, how we are going to work on, getting into this market, exploring what are the growth opportunities. So to start off with the first slide, I want to give a quick overview about the market size, because when we always look at, can we go to the next slide, please? So here, when we're looking at any business, any economy, we always look at two things. One is the resident population, and one is the tourist, which is also very important. So let's consider just one country, that is UAE, which has got different emirates, and different emirates play a very different role when it comes to jewelry as well. Most of us know only Dubai, but there is still very, very potential market beyond Dubai that is emerging. So the total UAE population is 12.5 million with a gender split of 69 and 31. Indians are 38%, Pakistani 17%. So if you look at the Indian subcontinent, which basically looks at a particular kind of jewelry, is really big. Emiratis 12% and others are 33, with a total nationality of 200 nationalities staying together. Can we go on to the next one, please? Here we are talking about a quick overview of tourism, what is happening. So what has happened in the first 6 months? Dubai has welcomed 9.3 million overnight visitors. This is one number, but when you look at the right-hand side, GCC and MENA, that is Middle East, North Africa, contributed 25%. Western European, very interesting. This is a new sort of segment that is growing, which is at 21%. South Asian, 17%, CIS and East Europeans at 15%. So when you Western European, we are trying to analyze the kind of products that we'll be looking at. Your diamonds, your daily wear, could be lab grown, very dainty stuff. So that is one of the reasons we want to break down the numbers into products and profiles. Next one, please. What are the key trends? I know that on an average, there are 80 direct flights coming in from India to Dubai itself. And people definitely come to Dubai. And when they come to Dubai, they do come to Gold Souk. Last year, what has happened? There are 87 new retail stores that have opened last year itself. There is a massive expansion of retail that is happening, especially in Dubai, with new players, new names, new categories. Market predominantly is selling 21, and this could be a focused market to increase gold exports in this segment. Opportunities to tie up with major retail chains, which is open now. A lot of them, they are looking at talking to the manufacturers to set up partnerships on retail front as well. Gemstones are growing, and then we see CVD is making inroads in the market with bigger stones. Next one, general key trends. Then we are talking about this particular segment, which is the influential influencers, which are 60%. So we are millennials contribute 60% of the population today. And this is particular community, the millennial community is driven by brands. They are driven by a lot of aspirations which are there. And 31% of UAE population in the workforce are millennials, which is a big, big amount. So when we are looking at designs, this is one of the most important aspect that you need to look at designs which might cater to the millennials. And 4% of Indian millennials are shifting to lightweight Arabic inspired designs. We have seen that very typically. We have been speaking to a lot of retailers around with the different segments, and they've been telling it that there's a new trend that is happening, that, there's a lot of shift that is happening on lightweight jewelry, very Arabic inspired jewelry, so more of diamond that needs to be seen. With the kind of gold prices going up, they're definitely looking at a different caratage. So these are the trends which are happening with the millennials. Next one. Now let's look at the target markets. Rashmi ji just pointed out GCC, and we always look at UAE as the prime focus where everybody wants to be there. We look at a quick snapshot of the population in the GCC. So Saudi contributes the biggest when it comes to the population. And I've got very interesting insights into my recent visit to Jeddah, what the market is, doing, how things are moving forward. So when you look at the overall population, it is very healthy, a lot of millennials, a lot of HNIs, there's a lot of power to buy, and there are a lot of opportunities if we take the right way of getting the product profiling done based on the demand. Next one, please. So we have done a quick retail segmentation. If you look at the retail segmentation here, there are 5%, there are 5% boutiques, mono brands, kiosks, departmental stores, semi-boutique. The most important thing when you look at the last three, that is 22 karat stores, 18 karat stores, and 21 karat gold stores. So if you look at the entire chunk, okay, that is good, almost around 77%, which is there, or 75%, which is very important to hold on to this, to increase on numbers. But we need to look at a different category, which is 18 and 21 as well. Then we go to the wholesale segmentation. The next one is a market segmentation on the wholesale. If we can just move on to the next slide. Yes. So when we're talking about wholesale, wholesale is very strong. Why? Because there are a lot of retails. What we have studied in this market, that there are 68% of retails are between 1 to 5 stores. So probably they don't have the bandwidth directly to import. They have wholesalers. So we have exclusive 22 karat wholesalers, which are around 11% of the total wholesale market. We have 21, which is 20%. Very interesting. Just look at this category. We need to watch this category as we move forward, as we get inroads into the market. This particular segment is going to grow, and that's where the demand is going to be. Exclusive 18 karat, 19%. If you combine 22, 21, and 18, there are around 30% of wholesalers who are doing it, and 21 and 18, 20%. So besides 22, we need to look at how things are moving towards 21 in the GCC market. Next, please. again, we have gone on a very holistic view about product segmentation, growth opportunities through product development. I know that all have their PD departments and they really work hard on, churning out a lot of PD designs every month. But let's look at this. Top three importing countries to UAE, India, Turkey, Italy, which was shown by Rashmiji also that, these are the numbers where India still dominates the, import share. Region-wise product segmentation, if we do, we look at South Asian, where they use 85% of gold, 15% of diamonds. GCC and MENA, 60-40. Western European is more towards diamond, less towards gold. Similar things with CIS. Now, if you look at the region-wise product segmentation in terms of design, so when it comes to South Asian, all of us know that it's 22, 21, or possibly 18. Design, very important factor. Weight is also very important factor. And as we were talking about, 4% of the millennial generation is moving towards the trendy with traditional fusion. When I say traditional fusion, all of y'all must be knowing the gold guys. There is Bahraini gold, there is Kuwaiti gold, there is Omani gold, and in that there are designs. There's a lot of fusion that is happening where people prefer to use that kind of jewelry. When it comes to GCC MENA, the major buying is gifting, bridals, twins, and tennis. All your tennis bracelets, tennis necklace, that is what it works. Ruby, in terms of gemstones, very popular. Similar thing with Western European and CIS is almost very same, all classics, eternities, a lot of focus on lab grown. This is a very top level product segmentation. But when we say, come to us, be a part of any of the shows, that's where you'll really realize that what products are really going in. Can we go to the next slide, please? So now, the entire objective, again, when we were looking at, how do we do this? We have the numbers, we have entire thing that we are talking about. Now, how do we reach out to these buyers? So for the first time, GJPC has got into participating with the 54th Watch and Jewelry Show Middle East, which is the Sharjah show, popularly known as Sharjah show. The main reason for this is everybody knows that somewhere down the line, it's a B2C show. But we look a bigger opportunity into this as GJPC gets into the B2B segment. You have amazing opportunities of meeting the entire GCC buyers here. You have an opportunity of retailers who are exhibiting in B2C section to be your buyers. So imagine on a single platform, you're getting two kinds of profiles of buyers that you're going to get. This show is popularly known, and there are a lot of Northern Emirates buyers also come for this show. It's not only the big boys from Dubai or the big wholesalers. We do have a lot of buyers coming in from Ras Al Khaimah, Al Quain, Ajman, Sharjah, the Northern Emirates, Alain, Abu Dhabi. So people have been visiting the show. They have seen that, this is very, very focused for GCC. The buyers are there. So that's where we would want you all to be a part of this. We are there to support you. We are there to, get you the profile of buyers. When we say we do direct contacts, there's an opportunity to do a direct contact. And since it's going to be for the first time, we see there is a lot of traction of buyers talking about that GJPC is having a pavilion at Sharjah show. When I was talking about my visit to Jeddah recently, they were quite excited about looking at Indian manufacturers and being in Dubai and being supporting the international delegation, even for IIJS Premier. We have seen most of the Arabic retailers are looking India as the point of, buying today. It's the biggest source for them. There are a lot of factors. It's a historically we have a lot of business that used to happen. There's a cultural thing that is happening. They see that there's a trust factor, the design is improving, the cost part of it. So when you look at the whole package, they would definitely want to work with the Indian manufacturers. That is one of the reasons when we go out to the market and we do our door-to-door campaigns, they say that, why don't you come to us? So some of them, they don't have the bandwidth to travel. But for us, we need to do the next step is go and meet them during these shows. So this is one of the biggest opportunity which we are looking at. The team is there if you want any queries, anything related to this show. IJEX is there to support as well. IJEX has got a database of 2,200 buyers across the GCC. If you want us to send something, we can support reaching out to the buyers. And the show also has got a very healthy B2B buyers as well. Can we go on to the next one, please? So this is a quick flow plan, not to be looked at this stage because we are talking about products and all. So the team is here. If you have any question, Vivian is here who can support on all your queries, what you want to do, how you get in here. This is going to be completely built. And it's a beautiful location. I would suggest it's a very, very marquee location. You have entrances from the show floor. You have the entrance from the concourse. And when it's going to be at a level, it's a viewing gallery. When you walk from down, you could see the entire GJPC branding from down. So in terms of visibility, it's going to be fantastic. Next. So the next, this is the standard booth, what is going to be there. It's a 9 square meter booth, which is going to be there with everything that you need to have. Okay, so next one. So the other thing we'll be talking about is here, another opportunity. Why I'm talking about this particular opportunity is Sharjah show is completely different in terms of buyer profile. That's very different. Now let's talk about IGJS. This is the 4th edition of IGJS, and we have been involved since the 1st edition. The kind of buyers that we are looking at is very different. It's a hosted buyer program. Can we go to the next slide? What the objectives, the concept of IGJS is. So we are looking at product categories, plain gold and studded jewelry. Again, we have been speaking to a lot of buyers from GCC because during IIJS, IJEX as a team was very instrumental in almost reaching out to 1,050 buyers across categories from GCC. And that was the first time we have seen a growth of 56% during IIJS premiere from GCC. And the best part about it was that they said that, the show is so big, so busy. Can we have something in our place where we would love to come and spend more time and look at the jewelry? So that is where I think IGJS also gives that opportunity for a lot of GCC buyers to come in, spend time, be there, and look at what they want. Again, focus on product, focus on the kind of inventory that you're going to have, focus on design, what you're going to have. You'll have the right buyers during this show. We have the number of buyers from each countries. We already started talking to them. My Saudi visit also had promoting the IGJS show as well. And there was a lot of interest from diamond guys. And there's an aspiration to build sort of a diamond market that's coming up in Jeddah. Next one, please. So we have this passport system. I mean, the team can explain you what it is, how it works and all that. So that's one of the operational things which are there during the show, which has worked very well. Next one, please. So that's all about what I feel is that, we need to address. We have got a solid foundation in terms of numbers. The government is also working to create an FTA across GCC, which is going to be in a very dynamic way. It's going to change how we look at exports. But the most important thing will be to understand the product, understand the designs, understand the kind of inventory that you need to take. understand the product category that you need to do. So looking at how we would support, we are always there. If you want to call us anytime, you need any sort of information, any sort of a support. But this is working together. This is a joint operation, I would call, so that you have the product, you have the expertise. We have know-hows, expertise into the market, so we operate as a catalyst together, and I think we can achieve the numbers that we see working together. That's it. Working in silo wouldn't definitely help. It might help till a certain extent, but if you're looking for a long-term relationship to be established, I think working together is going to be the best way forward. So thank you very much, Rashmi ji and the team, for giving me an opportunity to talk to our amazing exporters who are really aspiring to be in this market. And there is a lot of fire in to go and start exports. We have seen that through IJEX, where we have really seen new exporters coming in, exploring the market, setting their foot in this market. And I think hopefully they should be growing up year over year through this market. And our job is honestly at every given point in time is to support them. So I would like to just close this session from my side, saying that you respect your time and we are open for any questions. We are always there. So, always let's move together and create that sort of ecosystem where we should be increasing our export. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Like, it has really been a very insightful session. And see, in this session, we are not only talking about the numbers or the preferences. We are here with one, opportunity where you can connect with the buyers also. So it is not only a knowledge sharing session. We are also sharing certain opportunities that you can avail of and absolutely, connect with the new buyers in the new markets. So with this, I think so we should take certain questions these are in chat box, Ashish, if you can see also.
Sure.
So the first question is from Mr. Vishwesh Singh.
Yeah.
So can you take all these queries,
Sure.
Ashish?
So Vishweshi, you say I'm really interested in this market. How do I get in touch with you? So we have team. We have Mugda here. We have Vivian here. Myself is there. You can take my contacts from them, and you're most welcome to write to us, talk to us. And I always believe that you should have sort of a familiarization program. If you visit Dubai, do meet us, understand, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, even what we can do, Rima, if you can put Vivian and Mugda details in the chat box, so it will also be helpful, like the direct sharing the information.
So the next one is from Sandeep ji. Who is the market for 22 gold studded wax gemstones? See, you're talking about a very specific process about this. So it all depends upon how your designs are. And I think, Sandeep ji, we have met during our IHS session also, I remember. And this is what, so it all depends upon not a specific process that is used. It could be something, there is a market, but you need to find out how you want to have your designs developed. Nikunji, what is fancy lab grown market? So when you're asking what, meaning how, see, lab grown market is there, but it's of course it's growing, but it is into a limited segment again. It could be good when it comes to the higher caratage of diamonds, not the normal star melee or anything. So it all depends on the design. There is a market that can be explored. Uh, Pritish ji, your question is, please give more details on the trends for natural fine diamond jewelry. Uh, okay, see, predominantly, if we know, GCC market was supposed to be for gold. And when we have looked at numbers, it has shown historically that is what it was. But with my personal experience, with the kind of tourist inflow that I have seen, where you have Western Europeans coming into the market, there are a lot of European nationalities which are settling down. There is an aspiration for diamond. When we speak to retailers, uh, they have always told us that, the point of attraction for a consumer in their store is to have gold outside. But the moment they step in, they have trained their sales team to upgrade the sales to buy diamonds. So definitely there is a market. Uh, this is where I want everybody to understand. Please to come to us, take our help. We also would be more than happy to support you on what sort of soft skills are required, and how it can help approach. So it's not just I have this, can I sell this? It could be a very vague answer from my side to say yes or no. But if there is an opportunity that there's a creativity to it, there's a different approach, yes, we are there. We'll also learn from you, and it'll be more than for us a knowledgeable session to work together. Yuraji, your question is, I manufacture plain gold and studded jewelry. Which show should I look for, Sharjah or Dubai? So, if you're looking at it, in my opinion, looking at plain gold jewelry studded, you should look at Sharjah show, because that's where the market is leaning towards, the Northern Emirates and people coming in from GCC. Also, there are a lot of big gold retailers who could be your potential buyers during the Sharjah show. So if I would suggest, I think it should be Sharjah show. Vivian is there as well. Vivian, if you can just reach out to Yuvraj ji and help him understand the profile better, I think that is going to be the best way forward. Okay. Kushal ji has got, give the number of team which help us for starting export. Rashmi ji, you could help on with this answer.
Yeah, this is give the number of team.
Yeah, so he's saying give the number of team which helps us for starting exports, maybe
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
into export license.
Okay, okay. So, okay, that we will share. Not an issue.
Hussein Ali ji, we are electrofoam man supplying go to us, but hurdle we are facing in UAE is the middleman. How IJEX can help us? So what I understand is when you say electrofoam manufacturing, you must be doing something which is lightweight. But your challenge I see here is maybe probably you're already working with a distributor or someone. Definitely IJEX, you should come and explore. IJEX eliminates the middleman. IJEX team goes out to the market, gets you connected with the right kind of buyer that you want with your product. So you have to be here. You need to be very confident about what you have. And then we are going to definitely support you, taking you out to the market, and you yourself will realize that, yes, this is how it works. IJEX connects people on one-to-one basis, and there is no middleman involved into this.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sure.
I just want to request all the participants if they can share their feedback about this, market insight initiative, all these kind of sessions. So it would really be encouraging for us to keep, moving with different markets. Number one. Number two, if you can also share what kind of information you seek from these sessions. So in the next, forthcoming sessions with the Latin America that we are planning, so we will come more prepared with all such kind of information. So if you can please share your feedback in the chat box, it would really be nice. Thank you. Yeah, please, Ashish.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is one of the most important point is which is very good because the entire idea about this session is to engage and encourage as well everyone. So make it very seamless for them to do exports. The next is the show on 8th. Will it have silver? I think who's answering to it? Vivian or Mugdha?
Yeah, we are answering it in
Akansha
the
ji,
chat.
she said the show
Yeah.
on 8th. Yeah. Anonymous attendee, how to get your details. They are there, as I mentioned previously, the team is there. If you can have your name, we would be able to send it to you. Sonam ji, as a small business, how do we enable this wonderful options for us without a budget? Okay, let me give a small, unique selling proposition here when you say small business. Are you looking at participating in the shows or being at IJEX? So, budgets, when you look at it, if you want to explore markets, I think there is a fair amount of risk that will be involved. But if you look at being opening up an office anywhere, for example, in the Middle East, I would say that on an average, it will cost you $8,000. But if you're coming through IJEX, it will cost you $1,800. Now you need to see where you need to put your money. So we can be, give you a lot of things out of that. So that is one of the things which are there. Raghav ji, is natural diamond being exported in this market or it is primarily lab grown? What is the scope of natural diamond studded jewelry? I mean, yes, of course, natural is being exported long. There is all these shows that we are talking about. If you see, they are all diamond studded fine jewelry shows. You have the biggest guys who display a set of 1 million, a 4-piece set. Or at the same time, you have got somebody who would be displaying a 15,000-20,000 dirham set. So market is vast. It depends upon where you want to fit in. To answer your question, there's a lot of scope for natural diamond studded jewelry.
Next question is Ashish. They are trying to understand what is the scope of or potential of modern silver jewelry in GCC market. Modern silver jewelry, plated or non-plated.
See, modern again, you need to be very, you have to be defined because there is a lot of other jewelries which are sold, which are at a very lower price. So if you want what silver basically you're looking at, so all those things are there. Market is there again. Where we were looking at the retail segmentation, if you remember, we are talking about a particular segment called kiosks. So in the malls, there is a trend where there are kiosks where you selling most of this kind of jewelry. It has got nothing to do with, it's just a kiosk, so it is not that great. It is the impulsive nature of the consumer buying while walking on the concourse. He sees something interesting and he buys. So yes, if you are at the right kind of partner you are there in the kiosk in Mall of the Emirates or Dubai Mall, possibly you would be having that sort of an exposure.
Question from Shrikant is like they want to understand what kind of jewelry they should exhibit in this Sharjah show. So they are just seeking the support. So how he should connect with you?
We can guide in one-on-one based on the buyer profile. Vivian has got the buyer profile. Definitely will be more than happy to guide you because we have sort of a exhibitor list, what I would say, who all are participating. And when you see their profile, who are going to be your buyers, you'll be already prepared with the kind of jewelry that you need to get.
So Sagar would like to know the potential buyer in Gulf, like how they can in touch with the potential buyer in Gulf.
So that's what again we said. There are 3 things: IJEX, which is for 3 months. You have Sharjah show, which is upcoming, and you have IGJS, which is upcoming. So your touch point should be being present in one of these 3 products where you feel that you'll be connected. you will get an exposure, and that's how you'll test the market.
So Akanksha wants to know like the scope of LGD jewelry over the next 5 years in GCC market, not in UAE only.
Sorry, come again, Rashmi.
Like the scope of LGD jewelry over 5 years in GCC market.
It's a very tough question to answer for lab grown for the next 5 years, the way how it is being there. Because if I understand, Emiratis would still prefer to buy a natural. It could be the expat or the millennials. So at this stage, it would be very difficult. But if you're planning with this kind of information that you are seeking for, if you have a certain plan, we can sit one-on-one and understand what you want and then support you.
Next is Ritesh wants to know about the 5 carat gold jewelry. So can you please see to the question?
Yeah, 5 carat gold, upper gold coating, 21% gold jewelry in testing machine, 92 plus this product selling in UAE and all. This is too many questions are into this. So Riteshi, you can always reach out to us. And I think so, if we have not mistaken, we had this conversation before. If you are representing from the northern side, from Punjab somewhere, we had a similar question. We had a similar exporter coming to us who was doing this as a USP. So yes, you can reach out to the team and we can break this down into your 5 carat upper gold coating, then duty drawbacks, all those things separately.
So Rishi wants to know which are the shows in which GJAPC can support exhibiting in Saudi, Doha, and Bahrain.
So we just mentioned about 2 shows in Dubai where you get Saudi buyers. Currently, we are scouting out to have a show in Saudi Arabia. Maybe probably very soon we should be doing something in Saudi. We have Bahrain show where the pavilion is there. But let's keep our focus to these 2 shows because they are coming at a very good time just before the season. And it's going to be really great to explore the Saudi market. So if you want to explore, it's going to be a good time to do this now.
So Ketan wants to know the potential for LGD studded jewelry in GCC market.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The similar question that was asked is, it all depends upon what designs, what caratage, whether it's a premium, whether it's going to be star melee, it's going to be smaller. So it's very tricky. So all those things, what are there? I understand we are, running short of time, but this is where we'll be there to help. Come to us, look at the market, come with very specific saying that I've realized that in this market, this thing happens. Is it true? You'll say, yes, it is. This is how it works. So I think that'll be the best way forward.
So Abhilash wants to know what will be the best way to start on low capital. So with low capital, he wants to start the exports.
Hijacks. See, so imagine with low capital, when you are spending 4.5 lakhs for 3 months, I think that is a deal. But if you again want to have instant, you can be at the shows. I think, Vivian, correct me if I'm wrong, Sharjah show is 4 lakhs.
Yes, Ashish.
Yeah,
4
so
lakhs.
there you go. So, we are within the budgets, and I think this is always good to explore. It's sort of an initial start, but then you know where you are headed towards. So shall I, Shrikant, go in? Important question. How can I make optimum use of this show being an exhibitor in Sharjah show other than selling our jewelry? How can I make optimum use of this show being an exhibitor in Sharjah show? So that's what, as we are explaining, if you want to get into this market and if your jewelry is what is the right jewelry for the Northern Emirates, for Saudi, for GCC, I think you should be there for Sharjah show, explore, and then if you need any help to take your brand forward, to take your jewelry forward, we'll be more than happy to assist you in each and every way that you want to reach out to. So that is the platform that we are giving. For designer diamond jewelry, yes, there is a lot of market, there's a lot of aspiration. And as I was mentioning, if you have seen the millennial figures, they're aspiring to look at designer jewelry. When we have to export, how does the initial gold purchase and duty refunds work? What's the rate of tax in USA? Here we were talking about GCC market, so I think we can answer this question one-on-one. Yes, Madan, if I don't have a certificate of origin and I'm bringing jewelry worth 1 crore to Dubai, will I need to pay a 5% duty? Okay, first I'll answer. If you are getting jewelry on TIB, that is temporary import, you need to pay 5% duty. Yes, because you don't get a certificate of origin for temporary import. Then the value doesn't matter. But if you pay this 5% duty only if you sell it. So it's not that you import on TIB for 1 crore and you'll pay 5% duty. No, you'll be paying it only if you sell it. If yes, if I sell jewelry worth 25 lakhs, will the duty? Yes. No. Will the duty I pay on remaining 75 lakhs? You're not paying any duty on 75 lakhs if I'm correct, because you're getting it on TIB, you'll pay duty in Dubai only on 25 lakhs, and you're taking this shipment back. So procedure, I think region you need to check. They can help you because they are experts in doing this. But overall, I'll tell you, TIB processes goods can stay in the UAE in Dubai for 180 days on temporary. On temporary, SEPA is not applicable. And on temporary, if you're selling, you pay 5% duty plus 5% VAT. This is Gautam from near Gemco, Jaipur. Need advice on market for demi-fine and minimal jewelry in gold, open setting diamond polki jewelry. Is 9 karat, 14 karat acceptable? Okay, I'll answer your third one. 14 karat is getting into the trend now because of the gold prices going up. But we need to check on the 9 karat, which I don't see it much, but possibly 14 karat, yes. You can take my details. If you're looking at IJEX as an option or Sharjah Show or IGJS, you can look at, we can support you on this as well. All the information you provided is basically very, very important for us right before the Sharjah Show. Thank you very much. Thanks to you, Srikanji. I wish you are participating with Sharjah Show. You can get in touch with Vivian. Srikanji seems to be convinced that he should be there at the Sharjah Show. 9 to 5 silver, yes. If you are looking at it, works. However, identify genuine buyers from GCC countries for a new exporter. Genuine buyers, see, buyers are buyers. There is a trend for buying as well. We always, you need to do a sort of a due diligence on these buyers. It all depends, but you need to be patient about things. They don't come so, easily, but we'll suggest that we can somehow, somewhere support with the references. Can we have an email ID list of potential buyers in Gulf? No, Vikramji, sorry. We don't share data. I mean, to look at it. If you are a part, it'll be more than happy that we could support you. Can you email me the presentation, Rashmiji? Okay. Then I go to this, being a manufacturer, we are looking to manufacture for brands or wholesale chain stores for. Yes, you can do it. All these are, very generic. Is there a presentation for all benefits? So yes, Abhishek ji, we can send it to you. If Vivian, somebody give my contact details, we can send you the presentation. So I think, overall, if you look at it, the main focus, I would like to, since we are just running short of time, correct, Rashmi ji? I would like to.
Yes.
I would like to just say that with this 1 hour presentation, if you feel that we have the numbers, we have the right direction for products, then do believe into what you want to do in export markets. And definitely, it's just not me, Rashmi ji, or the team sitting here. There's a lot of other people who will be supporting you region-wise as well. So please do give us a feedback saying that, this kind of things really work. And it triggers to think that we should start exports. And once you have that trigger, we are going to take care of you. And we are going to sort out everything that is really coming across as a hurdle. You feel it's a roadblock. We'll be more than assist you and be happy to support you. So with this, I think really respect that everybody has given their time for this session. It was very, very encouraging to see a lot of questions coming in. There's a lot of appetite for exports, and we need to work together to, reach out to this goal. So I hand it over to you, Rashmi ji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashish, for such an exhaustive session. You have,
Welcome.
with a lot of patience, you have answered almost all the queries. And we are really happy, we are getting good participation for all these market information session. And the most important is we are getting so many queries. So it is simply a reflection, there is there is a lag of some information, and we are really glad. And this is our pleasure to fill that, information gap for our exporter members. So with this, we are going to conclude this session. And thank you so much, participants. It would really be appreciated if you can share your feedback. And the most important is what specific kind of information you look forward or you expect through this platform, so that in the forthcoming sessions, we can come with that specific kind of information for you. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much, participants, Ashish, and definitely my team, Mugdha, Rima, Cyril, who really, at a very short notice, they are organizing such sessions back to back. Really, thank you so much to all. Okay.
Thank you. Happy selling at Sharjah Show and IGJS.
Yes. And in case of, you need further information, as Mr. Ashish has said, you can connect with the team, Vivian and Mugdha. So if you do not have details, so you can get back to Rima. You have our email IDs, or we are going to make WhatsApp group. So there are so many channels or the sources through which you can again get back to us. Thank you. Thank you.